It was one of those afternoons, just me and Wendell hanging around the school gates, waiting for the usual flood of kids to clear out. I'd been watching the field, though, keeping an eye on the new kid, Darren. He always hung back, like he wasn't sure if he was allowed to breathe the same air as the rest of us. Wendell caught me staring. He always does. Who you looking at, Wade? You trying to memorize the way that grass grows or something? I didn't answer right away. My eyes were still on Darren, the kid who barely spoke two words since he showed up. He was alone again, like always, kind of pacing near the far wall. Made me wonder how long he'd been doing that. Being alone, I mean. I turned to Wendell, ignoring the smartass comment. Thinking about talking to him. Wendell pulled a face. Him? What for? He's a statue, Wade. Might as well talk to a mannequin. Except a mannequin's got more personality. I gave Wendell that look. The one that says, I'm not in the mood for your crap today. But he just raised an eyebrow, unbothered. I shrugged and nodded toward Darren. He's not weird, he's just, I don't know, different. People like him don't get a fair shot. Wendell rolled his eyes so hard, I thought they'd get stuck in the back of his head. Right. You want to be Captain Save a Weirdo now? Go ahead. But I'm not dragging that corpse back to class when he dies of awkwardness. I didn't even bother responding. Wendell's always got a joke or two lined up, but I knew he'd follow me if I walked over. And sure enough, when I started heading toward Darren, I heard Wendell sigh and shuffle after me. Darren didn't see us coming. Or maybe he did, but pretended not to. He was doing that thing where he pulls at his shirt and stares at the ground. Like the dirt had some deep secret he was trying to figure out. I slowed down as we got close. Didn't want to spook him. Hey, Darren, I said, as calm as I could manage. What's up? He glanced at me real quick, then back at the grass. Didn't say anything, but I could see his hands twitching, his whole body tightening up. I waited. Wendell, of course, didn't. Man, you ever gonna talk, or are we just standing here for the hell of it? The ground promised you some ass or something? He shot a sideways grin at me. Bet he's waiting for it to start twerking. I nudged Wendell to shut him up, but Darren didn't even react. He mumbled something, too quiet for me to catch. I stepped closer, lowering my voice. It's cool, man. You don't have to talk if you don't feel like it. Just wanted to check on you. There was a long pause, like the silence was its own conversation. Then, Darren shifted and looked up for the first time. He didn't look at me, though, more like through me. I don't like it here. It's too much. I nodded. I got it. Yeah, school's a lot. It's loud, crowded. People don't always know how to act. Wendell piped in again, never missing a beat. Yeah, most of them act like zoo animals. Can't blame you for not wanting to join the circus. I ignored him, focusing on Darren. But you don't gotta go through it alone, man. Me and Wendell, we're all right. You can hang with us if you want. Darren didn't move, didn't even blink. But then, after a long moment, he asked, Why? Now, that question caught me off guard. I mean, it's a fair one, but it stung a little. Made me wonder how many people bothered to ask him anything at all. I rubbed the back of my neck, searching for the right words. Because, I don't know, you look like you could use a break. And I know what it's like when you feel like no one's got your back. Darren blinked, eyes flicking up to mine for half a second before dropping back down. Wendell, sensing the vibe had gotten a little too real, stepped in to lighten it up as usual. Wade's got a savior complex, that's why. Don't worry, he tries to rescue me from myself all the time, too. It never works, but we still love each other. I gave Wendell a side eye, but he just grinned, unbothered. Darren, though, didn't laugh. Didn't do anything but stand there like a deer caught in headlights. It was hard to tell if I was getting through to him or just making it worse. Look, man, I said, stepping back a little. No pressure. You don't have to hang out with us or anything. Just know that if you ever need someone to talk to or you don't want to be on your own, we're here. That's all. Another long silence. I could feel Wendell shifting impatiently beside me, like he wanted to be anywhere but there. I started to walk away, giving Darren his space. Catch you later, I called over my shoulder. Wendell followed, shaking his head. Man, I swear, you and your projects, that kid's a lost cause. I sighed. He's not a project, Wendell. He's just a walking blank space, Wendell finished, smirking. But hey, if you're into that shit, go for it.